What's up, everybody? Chanel here with another video for you, and this, as you can see from the title, is a story about a fuckboy. And this one was in disguise, basically, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you a little history on this. So I met him back in July of 2017, and he asked me to hang out, and at that time I said no. Mainly because, well,
okay, let's start over. So
we matched on Tinder, and after we matched on Tinder, we were talking for a while. Then he gave me his number after a while, and then we FaceTimed even. And then after that, we were texting, and he asked me if I wanted to go hang out with him. And I was like, okay, sure. What do you want to do? So then he states that he wants to go out for drinks. I'm like, normally I don't go out for drinks with people that I don't know, but I was like, okay, so I'll go out with him this time. And then later on, he's talking about having a drinking contest. And if you see this kid, like, he's 28 years old, and from his profile picture, like, you can see that he drinks a lot. Like, he has drinking pictures, and he always has a picture of him with something to drink. And so to go out for a drink and talk, that's different. Now to have a drinking contest, like, only God knows where that's gonna lead. So I declined. He's like maybe like 6'2", 6'3". I'm 5'5", and like, I'm a little chubby, but I'm a lightweight. So either way, I cannot drink that much. I cannot outdrink this man. And what happens to me afterwards, only God could tell. So I said, you know what? I declined. From then on, we didn't have a conversation. Now, I do have other social sites like Plenty of Fish. I've seen him on there. He messaged me, same thing. But he didn't ask me to hang out this time. But I already knew that he was on that other stuff the last time, so I just left him alone. Now, on this next site, which was OkCupid, he messaged me, and he's like,
hey, how's your luck? And I was like, like, basically, I'm like, well, just still on here, just like you. Then I made the comment that he basically was on the site, like, he's still on the site and many other sites.
So he hasn't found anything either. He was like, well, I can see you too. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. He made a joke, and then after that, he asked me if I found anything that I liked, and I said no. So then later on, he asked me if I wanted to hang out, and why we didn't hang out last time. And I told him why, because I don't just go out to drink with people that I don't know like that. And he was like, okay, fine. So then you want to go out to eat? And I was like, okay, cool. Now we determined this on like a Monday. Now fast forward on throughout the week, no text, nothing. And I'm figuring, okay, maybe he's a busy guy. Maybe he just has a lot to do. And mind you, he works for a university. So I'm like, okay, he might just be a busy guy. It's graduation season. Everybody is graduating. They got to figure out different, whatever. So that's in my head the whole time. Now, up until that day, I didn't think anything of it. And then I just was like, maybe I should message him and see if, like, we're still on. So I messaged him, and he was like, yeah, of course. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we didn't text or anything, and at first I didn't think anything of it because I'm like, okay, then maybe we'll have more to talk about when we're on the date. So then we're hanging out, and I text him when I get there, and then we go inside, we're seated, and we go to get Olive Garden. Now we're sitting there having a good time, we're talking. He was a gentleman. Like, I walked first, he waited for me to choose what I wanted. We ordered at the same time, we ate at the same time, and paid for everything perfectly fine. Now in the middle, we're sitting here, we're talking, and he asked me, he said something to refer about sex. And me, you can tell I'm uncomfortable because I'm like just basically trying to go around that so I don't have to talk about that with him. And then after that, I was like, to be honest, like, that makes me uncomfortable because it's the first time we're hanging out, and you asking me, like, what's your intentions, like, what do you want, like, do you only want sex? And he was like, his reply was, if I only wanted sex, then I would have took you to Jersey Mike's, some sandwich place. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So whatever, excuse me, my bad. So then the date's over, and he asked me if I wanted to go to his house, and I said no, maybe for another time. I'm not gonna go to your house right now. And so then I leave, and I don't talk to him that, like, I text him that night, and then that whole Saturday he didn't message me at all. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So then that night I worked 2 to 10 that Saturday, and then at 11 o'clock he messaged me, and he's like, oh, well, what's up? What are you about to do? And I told him I'm about to go to bed, and he was, what? Come out. And so I'm like, I asked my cousin, do you want to go out? And she's down. So I was like, all right, cool. So we're about to go out. We're getting ready, and he's like, oh, well, we're all at my house. oh no. He's like, almost our friends. We're gonna go to my house, and then after that, we're gonna go downtown. I'm like, alright, cool. So who exactly lives in the house right now? And he's like, nobody. And I was like, okay. Plain like there's a bunch of different texts that were exchanged through this, but he was basically just stuck on the fact that I was not going to his house. Now I was like, you know what? Just know that I'm gonna be in the area. I'm gonna go downtown. Let him know where I was at. And he didn't text me back anything. Didn't ask me anything. Didn't ask to meet up. Nothing. I had a good night that night, by the way. So then, like, let's say Wednesday, I think he messaged me, and it was like 11 o'clock at night, like 11. And I feel like if you don't text me throughout the day, don't text me at night, because that's just weird to me. So then he messaged me and he's like, hello, and then I said it's me, and he asked me how I'm doing, and I just said it's a weird time to text. He didn't text me back, nothing. So yeah, basically I went on a date with the fuckboy, and he was in a disguise basically, because normally, like, he had a really good job. He's 28 years old. I wouldn't think that he was about games. I even asked him up front, like, what do you want from this? And he didn't say nothing like that. So I was like, okay, whatever. But, you know, at least I got a free meal out of it. Okay, anyways, but moral of the story is he was basically, I thought he had it all together, but apparently he's still a fuckboy. I don't have no game, don't know no way to come about it, and whatever. But I got a free meal out of it, so it was cool. Yeah, so I made another video about this before, like a year ago, so I'm gonna leave that in the description box so you can watch that video. Go ahead and comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you thought about the video, or a time that you went on a date with the fuckboy, which is probably very common for everyone in 2016. But yeah, so let me know. Go ahead and comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. What was that? What the hell was that?